Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Sorry, I am just absolutely manhandling this microphone. Today we're going to be discussing truly the epic highs and lows of living abroad. So I've decided for this video that I'm going to rank each month of living abroad this year out of 10. But I think it's important to make a video like this because I feel like you can get lost in watching somebody's vlogs, and if I just like made a video and was sitting here and like,
and then I went here and it was awesome, and then I went here and it was even more awesome.
Like, I actually really like videos from people where they are like so honest. So I'm going to do a video like that because I think it's really important to balance out my vlogs with my actual feelings day to day living here. As you guys know, this is my second year living abroad, so I feel like my first year, like, it's a bit fuzzy. I definitely could like look back on a picture and be like, I was really feeling sad in that picture, or like, oh man, I was having the time of my life in that picture. We're just gonna focus on this year. We're gonna start in September 2024 and move to now because I've only got a couple weeks left, so I figured let's just round it up. So without further ado, for real, let's start in September 2024. Okay, so here's a picture of me when I first got here, bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, except also not really, because I had just come off of an absolute high of like one of the best summers of my life, and I met my current boyfriend when I was home. So then we decided to enter into a long-distance relationship at the very beginning of me moving abroad, which has made this entire year really just full of yearning and pining. Like, that's just the best way to describe it. Like, I'm having a great time over here, but I'm also really sad to be away from my family, away from my surroundings. I was just kind of in my bag. September, I'm gonna give a 5 out of 10 in terms of when I got to Spain. October, this is me in October. October was fun because I got to see my friend Natalie, who lives in Valencia, who I met last year in Spain. But the only other thing I remember from October was forming my friend group here, which was an epic high. And I vaguely remember Halloween. It actually like wasn't super memorable for me. I'm gonna give October a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10 because it was good. It was a good time. November, here's the tea on November. The main thing that I remember in November, I'm sorry, I'm doing this as if I'm like giving a political speech. The main thing that I remember from the month of November was my friends Gabby and Evan and my boyfriend Max coming out to visit me. We went to Segovia. Oh, and it was Thanksgiving, the week that they were here. Wow, yes. So I think at that point I was again yearning and pining hopelessly to see them, and then once I saw them it actually made it worse because then they left, and then I was like, I still have a month until I go home for Christmas, and I'm tweaking. I'm gonna give November like a 6 out of 10 because Thanksgiving was really fun, seeing them was really fun, but then I think I was like, oh my god, and it's getting cold and dark and sad outside. December. Here's me in December. I went home for Christmas. Oh wait, first, before I went home for Christmas, I went to Liverpool. I saw my friend Alice. That was awesome. And then I went home for Christmas and spent like 2.5 weeks with my friends and family and my boyfriend, and that was lovely. I think this past Christmas, I felt a bit more sad, a bit more nostalgic. I definitely was crying even while I was home because I think last Christmas, I had only been in Spain for 3 months total. So like I came home and was like, I'm fresh off just moving to a new country. This is like year 2. So now it's like, okay, we're home again for Christmas and then I'm going back to Spain. I'm gonna give December like, maybe like an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. December was good. January, however, right off the bat, I'm gonna say was like 3 out of 10, and I think the only 3 points that we're giving to January is because I got to go to Budapest, which was incredible, and I got to go with my best friends here, which was like double amazing because it was a beautiful city. We got to do the baths, we got to walk around and like eat really good food, and like that was just a really cool trip. But I did not have any money that entire month, which was awful. I wanted to go home. Like I didn't even want to like stay here for the spring. I was just like done. Also, I was like applying for grad schools and applying for jobs for like this upcoming year because I'm nothing if not productive and thinking about the future all the time. On top of that, I just was really struggling. So we're giving January 3 out of 10. Yeah. And then that brings us to February, where we're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. Things are getting better. Things are truly looking up. My birthday was the beginning of February. 3 of my friends came out to visit, my friends from last year, came out to visit me in Madrid. We went to Toledo, and then it was Valentine's Day. We had a really fun Galentine's Day. And then it was my other friend's birthday, so we went to the club a couple times that month. Yeah, I think we like really pull ourselves up in that month. Now we're moving on to March. The sun is coming out. The rainbow is appearing in the sky. March I'm gonna give actually like a 9 out of 10. I got to go to Edinburgh, Scotland with my best pal, Mariah. And then at the end of March, my boyfriend came out a second time, and then we got to go to Mallorca, which was just also very magical. Also, at the very, very beginning of March, before Edinburgh even happened, was Carnival here, and I dressed as Pitbull with 4 other girls, and we were all Pitbull, and we went out to the club, and it was like one of the best club experiences of my life because we got so much attention because it was 5 girls in bald caps. I've always wanted to dress up as Pitbull too, so that actually really like fulfilled the dream for me. And then went to Edinburgh, and then went to Mallorca. So that was just like a great month. That was a great month. April, I would give like a 10 out of 10 because I got to see my mom and brother for a full week in Greece. Not even just like the traveling aside, the weather was just so beautiful. And now that brings us to May, which I feel like I'm filming this video prematurely because I still have another 2 weeks of this month, but I'm about to go to Morocco next Monday. I feel like after that trip, I'm gonna give May a solid like 7 or 8 out of 10 because that trip's bound to be really cool. Hey guys, okay, future Jess cutting in right now just to say that yes, Morocco was in fact amazing, and I feel like that brings May to a 10 out of 10. Morocco was awesome. I rode an ATV on dunes, I rode a camel, and then combining that with the fact that I did go on a girls trip at the beginning of May, and then I've done this now at the end of May, and then throughout the entire month I was like doing silly cool fun things. And I got a job for like when I go home. I mean, May's a 10 out of 10, period. Okay, I'll let you continue with the rest of this video. Just wanted to say that. Bye. In conclusion, this video was pretty off the cuff, but I just feel like when I reflect on all these months, that's genuinely how I felt about each of these months. I would say in terms of living abroad, the pros are definitely traveling. You get to meet friends from other countries. You get to see all these new places, go to different cities, eat new foods. Just like expanding your world view in general, I think is the reason why people live abroad, and that's the reason that I did it too. I just like wanted to experience this. But I would say one of the biggest cons has to be finances. Like, you're not making a full paycheck living over here, you're not making a salary, and then you are separated from your family, you are separated from your familiar surroundings, your friends, and foods you like, and the things that you like to do on the weekends at home you don't get to do over here. So you really have to like find your own way or die trying. Like, you really have to. And the first week that I came here, in my head I was like, I'm so impatient, like I just want to have friends already. I just want to like already have my friend group established, and I don't want to have to work for it because I just like had friends last year and then came to a new city, so it's like you have to start from scratch. That's why each of these months, like, you can't rank them a 10 out of 10 for each month because that would be a lie, to be honest with you. That would be a straight up lie. And if I did this video for like my year abroad last year too, it would be the same thing. I know that I struggled last January, February, March, around that same time too. I moved apartments, I went through a breakup, really missed home, really missed my family, like same feelings that I'm feeling this year, but probably even worse because then on top of that I was living in a really small town, and here, at least in Madrid, if I'm feeling bad or feeling alone, I can go into the city center and take myself out for the day and go to a cafe, and I wasn't even able to do that last year. It was just go to the beach or sit inside your apartment. All of that to say, I just wanted to make this video to bring myself back down to earth a little bit, because in only making vlogs for the past couple months and showing all the traveling that I'm doing, like, you guys aren't seeing my day to day. I go to school, I come home, I make lunch, I go back to school, I tutor in the afternoons, and then typically I just stay at home. I mean, sometimes I hang out with my friends, but I'm kind of like a homebody too, and I just like watching TV and making videos and stuff like that. Next video will probably be Morocco though, and look out for that in June because I haven't stopped talking about it. I think I've mentioned it in the last like 4 videos. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, if you guys have lived abroad, let me know if you agree or disagree, and tell me your thoughts on everything as well. Okay, bye.